It's them! If you value your lives, run!
You're letting him go then? That means we're the ones they want.
I was wondering how long it'd be till those employees came to greet us.
So, this the fixer poking around our business, eh?
Didn't you hear he had some sweet arm candy with him though? That lucky asshole.
Ignoring the run, I wouldn't mind taking Blondie for a spin, if you know what I mean.
I take it you're the guy Sal hired? I'd love to give you a proper Langport welcome, but, well...
Watch out!
What are you doing?
Let me guess. Jaeger brat? Not bad, small fry. But my beef is with the old fart behind you.
Of course, it had to be you.
Where did she come from? It's that bracer from before.
Is that Beauty's blade? Yeah, the famous A-rank bracer. But what's she doing here? You gotta...
Vibrant yellow. I don't think I've ever seen a custard with quite this shape and color before. Look at it wobble around. What a strange texture. It's the perfect level of sweetness. A dessert so slick it'll slip and slide against the plate, your chopsticks, and even the inside of your mouth. The unique mouthful paired with its gentle and subtle flavors is sublime, revolutionary even. In fact, it's a bigger game changer than the democratic revolution. I know, right? I've been meaning to ask, but has he always been like this? He never did this when we were kids. After finishing their meal and parting ways with Elaine, they returned to the Eastern Quarter by bus. They're gonna make me do some night rounds. Just watch. No, I think they'll force me inside. If I'm lucky. Yeah, I seem to be lucky. Maybe not, I don't know. It was still early, but feeling tired from their first day of work, the group chose to return to the hotel. Yeah, not a problem. Be there in a sec. Kinda wish I could just go ahead and take off Agnes's coat for that. The pink shirt is much better to look at.
A flush. Looks like I win this one.
I was feeling lucky tonight, too.
You might have had a shot if you hadn't gone all in at the end there. A win's a win, though. You're paying double for your info this time.
Yeah, whatever, your booze fun was looking pretty dry anyway. By the way, I heard Elaine's in town. Oh, right. Forgot you knew her. Yeah, I just got here this evening. What's with the creepy laugh? Ain't it tough being so popular? Everywhere you turn, there's another girl vying for your attention. You have too much to drink, bud. Like you've got any right to talk when we all know your old pal is... No, we're done talking about this.
Talking about what?
It's guy stuff. Way too dirty for the likes of you. Now shoo.
Why are men like this? Asshole!
Anyway, what I've got for you is way heavier than the stuff you're working on this afternoon. The Blondie and the kid are ready for it too, to be honest. Why do you think I came alone? Con artist working with A, huh? Yeah, that's a mess, alright. Well, see you around. You're going alone? That's the plan. I know you're tough and all, but wandering around this town late at night by your lonesome ain't the brightest idea. And don't bite my head off. Why not ask Wayne to come along? Like I've got any right to do that. I can handle this myself. Got the best nose in the biz, you know? Don't work that sniffer too hard now, you hear?
Oh, are your assistants not with you? I'm sure you don't need me to tell you this, but Langport can be very dangerous at night. You better watch yourself out there, alright?
I know. Jack said the same thing.
Did he? That's funny. Well, I know you're busy with work, but if you get some free time, drop by for a drink. If you do, I'll make you some special sweets to go with it. I know you're busy with work, but if you get some free... Okay.
I have some serious beef with A, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I've got plenty of info to sell, so if you're interested in buying, you know where to find me.
Well, I tried my luck in a game with Jack. I'm sure you can guess how that went. I thought he hadn't changed at all, but I see now I was dead wrong. Even when plastered, he's as sharp as a tack. I think he's amazing.
Hold on, am I sure there's not going to be like a secret side quest here at night? Oh, I don't even have the timer going. Come on, I hit the button. Alright, hang on. Okay. So can I even go outside right now? Do they even allow that? Well, it seems they do.
Always got booze to look forward to.
Damn it, I lost again. Oh! How the hell did Jack get so good? That guy was as red as a tomato. He practically drank himself under the table and he still kicked my ass. He's got the devil's own luck, I tell you.
No, I guess I can walk around for a little bit. Let's get those night rounds over with.
He was never happy when an accident occurs in the eroded cave. That's their bottom line. Things get dangerous there at night. So for my sake, don't even think about going there right now.
I had no trouble finding work after quitting the mining job. Trade and finance were on the rise at the time, so there were all sorts of carrier jobs available. It replaced the mining business here, and thus the mine was drowned in the ever-changing tide of the economy. That place held a great many memories, so perhaps that is why I saddled with regrets.
Hey, Fred, you got a minute?
I know you're intimately familiar with the Eastern Quarter, but its storied history holds many secrets. Secrets that even the citizens aren't privy to. It may behoove you to look to its past someday. I think you will find some points of interest.
Oh, good stuff right here.
Hello there, Van. I assume the young ladies have retired for the evening. Now that I think about it, you haven't visited us at night, have you? Why don't you try this tonic powder? It's sure to add some spring in your step. Works wonders for me and the wife. I'll consider it. Though that thing looks a bit sketch, to be honest. You're gonna tank your brand if you try to sell that crap. Sketch? Crap? You wound me, dear sir. I'll have you know my medicine is the finest in all of Langport. The clinic buys my herbal medicine at wholesale prices. Huh. So why are you selling food and ingredients then? Aren't you leaving a lot of money on the table by not going all in on medicine? Sure, but I enjoy selling food as well. Seeing the looks on unsuspecting customers' faces when they first try out my stuff is a daily delight. I live for the moments when young women complain about my food being bitter, then end up getting hooked anyway. Okay then, won't question your weirdo kinks out loud.
Take as long as you need. I'll be waiting for you.
Do you ever find yourself exhausted at night, but don't want to go to sleep? Or do I have the stuff for you? In particular, this stuff works quite well on folks who, well, you know. Looks like Fan has come home for once. If you have anything to discuss with him, now's the time.
Well, if it isn't Arclight, I heard from my daughter that you met Aaron. We apologize that your encounter with him was so combative.
Aaron can be quite incompetent sometimes. Or... Wait. Oh, whatever. Not to mention stubborn.
Yeah, I got that much from our fight. His strength is the real deal, though. I can see why you guys struggle to rein him in.
I promise you he's not a bad guy at all. Just a little rough around the edges. He's always looking after his friends, and while he'll never admit it to your face, he is very kind to the children and elderly.
It's just that she says, were it not for those qualities, we wouldn't put so much faith in him. He also has a vast array of knowledge and possesses great leadership skills, which will serve him well should he ever become an elder of Hayway. My eldest son wishes to climb the ladder of Hayway, so he desires those attributes. That is why he is studying abroad as we speak.
Gotcha. Well, don't worry about Aaron and me. I never judge a book by its cover. Gotta at least make it to the midpoint before I make it a call. And it looks like I'll have a chance to get a good long look at him.
It's just as I heard. You may seem brash on the surface, but you're actually very observant. Well then, I shall leave this matter in your capable hands.
Well,
If you would, please watch over Aaron in my stead. Also, while this is just my opinion, I get the feeling that if you and Aaron work together on something, you'll get along quite well.
Aaron may be reluctant to join Hayway, but I truly believe that when the time comes, he shall step up to the plate and lead us. I have faith that he will one day look inward and realize his true calling, just like my son did.
Okay. But this is the Legend of Heroes,
This must
sir.
be the Eastern Quarter.
no need to be shy now. See you again.
I'm jealous of your free as a bird types. Wish I could fly the coop, but if I tried, the old ball and chain would throw a fit. Speaking of, don't you have a family too? Should you really be leaving your kids to fend for themselves? Oh, I'm not worried about them one bit. They're perfectly independent. I think they'd be more annoyed if I wasn't out and about. They'll get a kick out of all the stories and the serious stuff I bring back. I'm sure you'd be disappointed if I hung up my hat and rested on my laurels too. Don't you love hearing about my adventures? I mean, sure, but what you're doing is so dangerous. A word of advice, you should carve out some more time for your kids.
They're gonna get sick of your antics eventually.
You may very well be right.
Remember seeing this guy at the inn. So he's pals with Jiga now.
An antique merchant got beaten to hell and back by some gangsters at the port. He might just pull out of the biz. Normally I'd be fine with less competition, but this just ain't right. If they're targeting antique dealers, I could be next. Unlike me, Jigen has firmly planted his feet into the ground and spread his roots. That approach has its perks, I'll admit. Having a consistent clientele must be nice. I can't blame him for wanting stability, but me, I like my freedom too much.
Better buy soon.
Nighttime here is unbelievably chaotic. Why can't tourists flock to other towns? Langport isn't the only place that's representative of the East. For instances, there's Longway, a village on the eastern border that is very much like the Far East. The nights there are evidently quite serene. Eastern culture is wide and varied. If you believe Langport encapsulates the East in its entirety, then your perspective is as shallow as a puddle.
The night market is so fun.
I should ask Aaron for some pointers. He knows martial arts and everyone looks up to him. I'm going to become just as strong as him one day. Then I'll definitely be able to protect the city with Jin. Maybe Aaron will be willing to train with me again. Aaron and I go to the same Gekka school, so I've been able to see him in action. He's mainly a swordsman, but he's a master of unarmed martial arts too. He's a great teacher.
Why?
Spicy fermented food does especially well during the evening hours. It pairs well with alcohol. The same can be said of dried fish, which is also on the menu. Why don't you give it a try?
How is it this late?
Hey, friend. Got something you'll
I've
like.
been spending most of my night talking with the kind merchant here. He's been teaching me all about Eastern culture. And thanks to him, I'm loaded up on medicinal herbs, and I bought a holy vase for an absurdly cheap price. This Moshi character is awesome. I really hit the jackpot today. I feel like I've seen this character before, but the merchant says it's 100% original, and the merchant never lies.
Imperials are total suckers. I mean, they're my bestest customers. They don't go raising a stink about faults in my merchandise. The herbal medicine is totally safe, and the Moshi brand's completely legit. Any resemblance to other characters is purely coincidental.
My noodles are the...
Welcome! Would you care for some knife-cut noodles? We also serve ramen if that's more to your liking. Wait a minute. That's the same dialogue, isn't it? Doesn't sound new to me.
Mommy, Daddy, hurry!
All that's left today is the final show. We'll end it with a bang. Our theater is usually... Come on, I can't. I have stuff to do. Damn it all. No, I'm not bothering. Our theater is usually packed with older guests late at night, so the content production is more mature to match. Being able to adjust your performance to suit the tastes and preferences of your present audience is the mark of a true professional. I heard Aaron took care of a bunch of good-for-nothings again. He must have downed them all with his Gekka style. Wait, is that where he learned his sword dancing techniques? If I learned some swordsmanship, would I be able to dance as well as him? I should ask him about that later, but for now I gotta focus on the performance ahead of me.
The final performance of the day is coming up. Our actors will likely be playing to a full house. Many of our guests have been from out of town as of late. Having our culture and traditions accepted and embraced by others is truly a joyous thing.
Today's final performance is about to begin. Our night shows are usually packed. That's partially because we have many regulars like Amelia who see multiple shows a day. She's planning to start up a fan club on the Orbital to create an online community for our theater. It's an ingenious idea. Amelia is so initiative. Well, it seems she enjoyed the theater. The Eastern charm, the stunning choreography, and those dashing performances. Alright boys, back in we go. I can't wait to see the next performance. I don't know who's talking, actually. Oh yeah.
We've been watching these non-stop for hours. Don't make us watch another, please.
I think we get the picture. I can't wait for the show tonight. It's always a treat to see the more proactive productions this place puts on. I'm lucky that I can come here whenever I want. People who live outside of Langport don't have that privilege. If only there was some way that could be part of the experience too. Oh, I know! I'll make a fan club on the Orbital Net.
Oh man, Aaron scared the freaking daylights out of those outsiders. Serves him right. Won't be long now till we send those losers packing.
Let's say we throw a party to celebrate our inevitable win. That was refreshing as hell. We really showed those gangsters and outsiders that we mean business. Are you really talking about us right now? Dude. The reason I'm not voicing these is because I'm already being complained about being too loud. And that's bullshit. Not like I can really change anything. I'm fucking stuck.
Hello there. See you again.
There's nothing new to get.
Sorry for being all anxious earlier. This afternoon just a bout of jitters is all. So what's the word? Are you taking a nighttime stroll through the town? Don't blame you. It gets nice and lively at night.
Plenty of ways to have fun.
Be sure to stay away from those outsider punks. They've been popping up here more lately.
Yummy!
Oh, I've got all the damn energy taken out of me now because of the... That was a good shower. Now I'm all nice and warm. Let's dry your hair now. Wait, does this place not have a dryer?
I should let them relax. We need to get them involved in this.
Have you had dinner yet? There are plenty of good places to eat around here. If you want my personal recommendation, well, I suggest staying here and having our food. Not biased at all. Our Gui Hao Faidan dish, which is named after our fine establishment, has been beloved by people here for half a century. I heard Aaron got into yet another fight. He was one of my former students. Quite the troublemaker, that one. I know he cares deeply for his friends, as well as this town, but he still worries me. May the blessings of the Heavenly Mother be with him and his friends.
After a full day of non-stop prayer, I finally decided to go back to the inn and rest, but I'm too stressed to sleep. If my business doesn't turn around soon, my life's gonna be in shambles. Oh Goddess, oh Heavenly Mother, please take pity on this poor debt-ridden soul and smite those vile, underhanded consultants. Tourists often ask me about the temple's place in the Eastern Quarter's history. Long before the Calvadarian Revolution, this place was a humble trading town. But about a century ago, many immigrants flocked here due to the chaos in the East, and those people founded this temple.
Alright, well, back to business.
Always got booze to look forward to.
Can we talk?
Back on the clock, eh? You certainly are a hard worker.
Yeah, well, this request came from Jack, and I don't mind hustling for him.
I respect that. If you'd like, I can help you along since I know a little of the cheating duo. I believe their names were Samson and Richie. Or Samson and Richie. I haven't seen them around these parts before. Last week... Wait, I hadn't seen them around these parts before last week, but they certainly made an impression. As soon as they walked through my doors, they challenged Hale to a round of gambling. It was a close match, but she lost.
They beat Hale?
Huh, those guys must have been pros. I'm not so sure. Had Hale been serious from the start, things would have ended very differently. However, those swindlers pretended to be rookies when they approached her. A loss is a loss, though. Hale blames herself for underestimating their abilities.
So, they pulled one over on her, huh? Didn't the same thing happen to one of Jack's old buddies?
You heard about that, did you? You're well researched. The person in question is very much ashamed about that. And so is Hale, for that matter. She's really beating herself up over this.
I get why. Her pride's been wounded.
Anyhow, Samson and Richie showed their true colors after the match. As I recall, the two of them ran around yelling, "We kicked Hale's ass!" And I bet Jack's too scared to take us on. I heard they've been repeating that the whole nonsense in the other gambling joints. That's about all I know on my end. I don't have anything on A, sorry to say.
Don't be sorry. You've already been a huge help. I can get the rest of what I need on my own. Jack and Hale's reputations are on the line here, so I'll get this settled on the double.
Best of luck then.
Thanks. I need to find the people who are in the know about Langport's underground scene and question them. Guess I can check out Dr. Longkai's place first.
Can we talk?
I overheard your conversation, so you know that I lost, huh?
Well, yeah.
This is so humiliating. I'm Jack's partner, so I can't lose face like this. I swear I'll get them next time. I won't go down without a fight.
Yeah, I know you'll kick their asses into next week. You got this.
Thanks. Though I know I may not get the chance. Earlier, Jack said I'm gonna take off soon so I can drink the night away. And I'm guessing he's going out to confront them with you, huh?
Sensei is involved, you gotta understand where he's coming from.
Sure, but he doesn't have to be such a warrior. He should know I can take care of myself. But fine, I won't be selfish. Sorry for getting you wrapped up in my mess.
Hey, don't apologize. You didn't do nothing.
For some reason, the air smells different tonight. Normally I wouldn't think about anything of it, since by seaside, changes in the wind are to be expected. But I don't know. My gut's telling me something is off.
We're done for today, so if you have any business with us, make it quick. I plan to start preparing tomorrow's medicines. Hopefully work will lighten up over the coming days, but with violence continuing to break out on the streets, I'm not holding my breath.
Let me ask you something.
You wish to know about Samson and Richie. I've been hearing those names a lot as of late. Didn't you have a match with them recently, Shinli?
Yeah, I dabble in gambling every now and then. They challenged me to a match and I couldn't very well say no.
Gotcha. How'd it go?
Not great. I heard about the match against Hale beforehand. I thought they must have used some underhanded methods to beat her. But I was wrong. They were the real deal. As far as I could tell, they were both just as good as Hale.
That's impressive.
Well, there goes my plan to take them on myself. Chances are you get demolished. And if you think you can get rough with them, forget it. They've always got bodyguards. If you're going to take them on, you'll need a plan.
And a damn good one, too. Don't do anything stupid, Arkwright.
I know. Thanks, you two. Okay. I think I'll talk to Jinkin next. He's another acquaintance who likes gambling. Maybe he'll know something about all this.
Oh, did you hurt something?
How is it this way?
All right.
The night market is so fun. This must be the Eastern
Let me ask you something.
Samson and Richie. Yeah, I remember them. They challenged me to a few rounds of cards. It didn't go so well for me. Those bastards made me out like a bandit.
Sorry to hear. You know those guys were cheaters, right? Why'd you take the bait?
I enjoy playing with a handicap. Living on the edge is the best way to live. Sadly, I missed my chance to back out, and I paid the price for it. Now I'm stuck drinking cheap booze for the next half year. You better not go blabbering to my wife about any of this, you hear?
Don't worry about that, I ain't a snitch. Wish we could mop up those assholes, though. They're raking in the cash at everyone's expense. Any idea who got scammed by the double dealing duo?
I had one of Aaron's buns got done in pretty bad. Don't know the kid's name, but he apparently got burned big time. One of the streeters he's hatching a revenge scheme.
Good to know. Thanks, man. I owe you one.
Buy me some grade A booze and we'll call it even.
So, friend of that Baran is a victim in all this, too. They might have some info on the cheaters. Now, we got off on the wrong foot, but if we're talking payback, maybe he'd be willing to help.
Look at you! Working your ass off! Think I could tag along?
Speak of the devil. Alright, I'm gonna need a backup for this, so Controller's gonna need to just struggle and survive. I got a feeling you're sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. This is usually the point where I tell you to hightail it out of my town. But after what happened at the docks, I'll admit you've piqued my curiosity. I want to learn more about how you do things, so I'll be keeping you company for a while. And just so we're clear, I'm not taking no for an answer. So that's how you want to play it, huh? Actually, this works out perfectly for me. Fine, but on one condition. I want to question one of your pals. Van told Aaron about the cheaters. You're chasing those ass clowns? Then that's all the more reason for me to join up with you. Thanks to them, Sid's broke as hell. No one, and I mean no one, messes with my bros. And I am so down to get some payback. So let's go. Load your horses, my dude. We're not rushing into this. I'm still sniffing for information on those guys. You know anything about them? I got nothing. But Sid might know a thing or two. He's probably hanging around the front of the Eastern Theater. Let's go talk with him. Hey, slow down a little.
'Cause every night I will save your life.